Radio, where we inspire you to live your dreams, encourage you to take massive action, and be your authentic and genuine self. We focus on 3 pillars. That's empowering youth, equipping leaders, and enriching marriages so that you can go out and dominate your space.
If you're ready to dominate, you're listening to the right show. This is the Leadership Legacy Radio. Now let's go.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's time to elevate your leadership in 10. I'm back. I wanted to share with you guys some amazing things that are on the horizon. So first of all, which one are you? That's what I want to talk about tonight. I want to share with you the 4 types of people that occur, that kind of transpire when it comes to change, that show up. Right? So there's always 4 types of individuals that show up when it comes to change. And it's funny because one of the ways that I like to relate this is to right now, iPhone is releasing the iPhone 12, right? So we're going to relate it to something very relevant to now. And I want to inspire you to understand how you can respond appropriately to change, right? So one of the first things is, you always have an early adopter. This is the person that sees change and adopts early. They see the iPhone, they want to go get it, they act on it, and they don't even think about it. They just go do. They go get whatever that latest thing is. Then you have what we call the contributor, right? So somebody that's impulsive, they take action, and they are the ones that like to start up. So let's say, for example, the iPhone comes out and you have these people that are early adopters. They want to go get it. This is sometimes a very few amount of people, right? But then you have your competitors, right? The people that come in and they just actually, they take action. They want to, see the change happen. They just do it, right? They say, you know what? I'm going to pre-order the phone. These people are talking about getting the phone. These people just pre-order the phone. They don't care which model it is because they are diehard Apple users. They're diehard iPhone users, right? If you talk to them about anything other than an iPhone, they're going to tell you that they don't want to, talk about that. Now, there's also the individuals, if you are an iPhone user, that deny or resist the change, right? So these are the people resist change because they worry about things breaking, things not working. So one of the things that I like to think about is like, there's a lot of people out there that when the iPhone releases a new model, they want to wait until the model is released and then another version of it comes out before they even consider getting the iPhone, right? So they still like the iPhone, but they want to wait until the model is released, all the bugs are removed, all the things that could go wrong, that have gone wrong. They're very skeptical about getting that new thing, right? So there's an iPhone 12 coming out. What are you doing? Are you ordering it? Are you considering ordering it? Or are you like against ordering it because you want all the bugs to be taken out, all of the releases to be released that are going to mess up the phone and all of these different things? And then there's the 4th type of person, right? So that 4th type of person is the one that you don't want to be, right? And that's the person that never, ever wants to change, right? So you have somebody that changes with time, but you have somebody that never wants to change. They still have the iPhone 1, right? Or the iPhone 7 because they don't want to upgrade past the iPhone 7. You have a lot of people that have a very old iPhone, right? And it's because they are comfortable where they are. They don't want to change and they want to stay where they are because it's okay. It feels good. Now, I think about that and I think about the things that we're going through in society right now. Now, compare going to purchase an iPhone, right? So that's not world shattering or anything like that. But think about the climate that we're in right now. Think about the condition that our United States is in, where everybody is dealing with the pandemic. You have people wearing masks, people not wanting to wear masks. So let's equate that to that situation. Now you have somebody that sees, okay, I have to either adapt and wear a mask so that I can function properly, or I can not adapt, right? So you have somebody that will say, you know what? Because I want to continue making an impact, because I want to continue doing things, I'm going to take action. I'm going to put my mask on and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do things. You have another person that's going to say, you know what? If wearing masks is going to save lives or is going to prevent people from, getting sick, I'm going to do that. So you have the adapters, you have people that are just going to take action, and you have some people that are going to be like, I'm not wearing masks. If a mask isn't going to help, I'm not going to wear it. I don't care if you say it's going to help. I'm not wearing it because they're so skeptical, right? And then you have people that are like, you know what? If I wear a mask, I could prevent lives, but I really want to wait because I don't want people to think that I'm scared and that's why I'm wearing a mask. I don't want people to feel like I don't believe whatever it is, right? So you have to be careful where you fall in, because as a person, as you continue to build yourself as a leader, you have to ask yourself, what type of people do I want to surround myself with? And it's always good to have a balance, right? It's always good to have people that see the vision. There's always people that see that there's things that could be improved in the vision. There's always people that take action on the vision. And there's always people that may not do anything despite the vision. You have to ask yourself, who on my team or who am I on the team when it comes to these positions, when it comes to change? If you don't change, if you decide to stay stuck, if you decide to stay where you are today, the world is going to pass you by. If you don't evolve with time, I think about Blockbuster, Xerox, all of these companies, right? Their business struggled because they didn't change. I was told that Blockbuster could, if I remember correctly, Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy Netflix, right? And they would have been the powerhouse when it came to videos, right? Now Netflix is a multi-million-dollar company and Blockbuster doesn't exist. Let's talk about Xerox. So Xerox had a patent. It was either Xerox or Kodak, right? And they had a patent on the camera. They didn't want to go digital, and look at where they are. So if you get stuck in being the same, if you get stuck with the fear of the unknown, you may become like the dinosaurs and become extinct, a thing of the past. So you have to ask yourself, where am I not willing to change? Where do I need to change? Where should I change? We all go through different phases, right? And we all exhibit different, situations when it comes to change. How do you show up when it comes to change? Are you a innovator? You're somebody that sees it and wants to go do it? Are you somebody that's impulsive and takes action? Are you somebody that denies it because they don't want to do it? They don't want to have nothing to do with it, right? Because they fear what would or could happen. Or you're somebody that slowly changes with time. You have to be very careful, because if you're too slow to change, you may find yourself on the outside of a powerful shift, right? The people that see the change and they move with it can be very successful. I was reading a story recently where there was these 4 characters, and what's really interesting is how each of them responded to the environment around them. Change can paralyze people. Sometimes it can be very debilitating, because you feel like, I should have been warned. I should have been given more signs. But if you're given all the signs, if you're given everything in front of you and you still decide not to change, was it their fault or was it your fault? If you fail to see change happen in front of you, who's responsible? So I ask you and I challenge you to go out and see the change that's occurring around you, to grab a hold of the things that need to shift around you, and be an innovator, be an agent of change. Because if you can help people in the midst of change, if you can help people navigate change, you, my friend, can do something that most people can't and won't do, and is always stay on the cutting edge of technology, on the cutting edge of the industry, on the cutting edge of change, right? Every day you want to evolve and get better. right now, one of my favorite players, and it's because of how he carries himself, is Bam Adebayo. He's a player for the Miami Heat, and he was doing an interview during the playoffs, and they asked him what helped him get to this point in his career, and he said something that was really powerful. He said, "All I want to do is get 1% better than I was yesterday. If I get 1% better and I focus on what I can control, in a year from now, I'll be 365% better than I was a year ago." Imagine that. Imagine you being 300 times better than you were last year. What a powerful change. How much will your bank account change? How much would your life change? How much would your marriage change? How much would your leadership change if you just grew 1% better every day? Don't be afraid of change. Be an embracer. Grab a hold of change and go out and be an agent of change. I challenge you today to ask yourself, what can I do today to be 1% better than I was yesterday? Implement that. And in a week from now, see how your life starts to change. See how your relationships start to change. See how your leadership starts to change. See how your influence starts to change. I hope you go out and crush it. I want you to be the very best version of yourself. And I truly want you to go out and dominate your space.